his own word.
It's all right.
Through men.
Amen.
And back to men. That we could grow together. Again, God is my everything. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. We'll get it together in a minute. There you go. Justin. It's creaking. I don't know somebody. I don't know what happened. The enemy. Anytime you get ready to do something, the enemy will get involved in it. And there we go. Let me see. Let me turn this down a little bit. And we might be all right. Sometimes you got to fight. There you go again. I believe I could speak a little bit louder this morning. I might be hoarse leaving here, but it's all right. In Exodus chapter 3, the 14th through the 17th verse, it's recorded, and God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. I am have sent me to you. And God said, moreover to Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you. Thus is my name forever. And this should be a memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, the Lord God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen the affliction that is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the afflictions of Egypt, unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto the land that flows with milk and honey. Like I said earlier, I want to come with a theme for the next few Sundays. Let me turn it back on. Next few Sundays, where your help comes from. Where your help comes from. So the first subject from that theme is, God said, I am that I am.
All right, yeah.
Thus you may rest from his labor. God said, I am that I am. And when I look back on my life, I don't know a whole lot about your life. Only you know about your life. Only you know the troubles that you may have seen in your life. The things that God has brought you through in your life. First of all, I just want to remind us that we all have, according to scriptures, sinned and fell short of the glories of gold.
Amen.
But God has still been good to us.
Yes. Yes.
We can all confess that we had some uncertain days.
Amen.
And some midnight tears.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all don't want to help me up in here. I'm going to say, we all done had some midnight tears.
Yes.
Man, male and female alike.
Amen.
A lot of us don't realize that it was God's grace
Yes.
and His mercy that kept you.
Amen.
But I began to look at our text here. See, sometimes we forget. Whole lot of us got amhouses. Not all amhouses. I am amhouses. That forget where you came from.
That's right.
You know, I know what I'm saying. All of them amhouses. You know, when you're talking about you thought people don't realize, you want folk to understand that you ain't done nothing in life. Your testimonies is on zero because you're ashamed. But if God brought you through something, you ought to be able to say, Lord, I thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
If God been so good to you, you ought to be able to say, God has been good to me. But I come out to let you know, in Exodus, it's a story of coming out of bondage. I don't know what bondage that you've been in, but Exodus is the second book of the Old Testament. Glory to God, it tells of the departure of the Israelites out of slavery. Glory to God. You got to understand we wrestle between two thoughts, good and evil. And sometimes it looks like evil just comes to you just for no reason. But Paul said it best. When I would do good, evil is omnipresent. Sometimes you speak some things into existence, and then here the devil's standing right there to try to hinder you. And sometimes you don't even want to say anything, because as soon as you say it, here he's come to try to make you out of a talebearer. But I come out and let you know it's the departure out of slavery. But it was made possible by the 10 plagues of Egypt and the pardon of the Red Sea. You got to understand, some of us might be standing at the Red Sea and don't want to cross over. But I come out and let you know, if God be for you, he's more than the world against you. But I just want to remind you who we serving. We serving the I am God. That meaning you can do anything through faith. Good God from Zion. You got power. Unspeakable power that comes from the Lord. Glory to God. See, it's a way that's oh so sweet. Sometimes you got to move out of the position that you've been accustomed to being in and move over just a little bit to get your point across. See, the devil thought he had me, but I know it was a spot that I could use this microphone. Then glorify God. I said the devil thought he had me, but I ran and got away. Glory to God. But the Bible declares that God began to speak to Moses, a prophet of God. Moses, when he was born, the Pharaoh made a decree, glory to God, that all the firstborn Israel with glory to God be killed. But Moses' mother hid him in a little boat, and Pharaoh's daughter saw him and began to know that she could nurse him, and found his mother, not knowing it was his mother. Glory to God. and his mother still had Moses. He grew up in Pharaoh's camp, but Moses knew that he was different than the Israelites, but he knew God for himself. I wish I had somebody that could say, I know God for myself, because when I was low, he stepped right in and put me on a high road. When I was weak, he stepped right in and made me strong. And when the doctor said, good God from Zion, God said something else. I wish I had some witness up in here to know that God said, I am that I am. When I look back over my life and begin to examine me, I can truly say, if it had not been, if it had not been, if it had not been.
Yes. Glory. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
Glory to God.
Thank
It
you.
is the parting of the Red Sea and the 10 plagues. Moses led them to their destination that was promised to them by God. But Moses, along the way, began to get frustrated. Sometimes we get frustrated. At one point, that Moses had to strike the rock, and water came up. And one thing about God, he showed miracles. Hallelujah. And one thing, and then one time the children began to complain. Oh, you know y'all got complaints. This ain't going that way. That ain't going away. We just a bunch of complaining folk. I said, we are. But when you know that you got God, all you got to do is sometimes stand still, because he will work it out. I wish I had a witness. Won't he work it out? Can he work it out? He is that I am God. But somebody, thank you for talking to me. Somebody reminded me, Pastor, I want to know the 10 plagues. My God, ain't it all right?
All right.
I heard when you said the 10 plagues. I don't know none of the plagues. I might want one plague. But do you want me to tell you the 10 plagues? The first plague was turning water into blood. The second plague was frogs. The third plague was lights. The fourth plague was flies. The second plague was wild livestock. The other plague was boars. And the other plague was hail. And the other plague was locusts. And the other plague was darkness. See how the devil worked. And the other plague was killing of the firstborn. That was the 10 plagues. Glory to God. That when the 10 plagues came on, God told Pharaoh, told Moses, I got to let God's people go. And when they let God's people go, Moses thought about, Pharaoh thought about what he done. Wait a minute. Till God said in his words, I have visited them and I've seen the afflictions. I've seen what Egypt was doing to my people. And now I'm getting ready to bring them out. Well, other words, God seen what the devil was doing to you. God seen your midnight tears. God sees your heartaches. God understands your pain. But God said in his word, he won't put no more on you than you can bear. And we at bear level now. And God getting ready to bring you out. God is getting ready to set you free. God is getting ready to remove all sickness. God is getting ready to bless your finances. God is getting ready your situation around. You've been in a storm for too long. If you don't believe me, there's some promises that God has told us. Glory to God. Exodus 14 and 14. The Lord will fight for you. Glory to God. You need only to be still. God said you're doing too much moving. Every time I come to visit you, I got you in one spot. Next thing I know, you done move over and trying to take care of it yourself. How many of you trying to do it yourself? God said some things I have to do. Some things I have to move out your way. Sometimes I got to come in. And how you been in a situation where God just shift you out your way and he done it for you? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Well, Exodus, this is one for you, mama. 20 and 12. The Bible said, children, hear me out. Honor your father and your mother, and the days of your life will be given long, given to you. So children, I come out to let you know, when you're not listening, it's going to hit you. One day, and I hate to say it, but truth is the life. Keep on being disrespectful to your parents. Keep on thinking you've grown. When I look at my phone this morning in Greensboro, 3 different murders. A young 18-year-old laid in his front yard, dead. Here in Danville, folks don't mind killing you. With God, I believe, according to the word, some of them is so disrespectful. Some of them is no good for their own self. Oh, you know in your neighborhood, when you see the guys running around, pants hanging down, glory to God. Well, I come out and let you know the reason why the pants was hanging down, because in penitentiary, they have to have pants hang down to keep the boys off of them. But my pants is up, my belt is tight. I honor my father and I honor my mother, and I know my days. I'm still here at the age of 55 when the enemy tried to destroy me, because he knew that God had something for me. He knew that God knew that he wanted me standing. I'm the least of them to be preaching his word, because I look back over my life, some of my secret sins you'll never know about, because they secret. God shed his blood. He washed me. My sins have been forgiven, and I'm walking in the newness of man. And I understand who keeps me day by day. I understand new mercy. I understand that God is, that I am, that I am. When I can't make it, I am. Give me strength. I am. Give me power. I am. Give me some joy. I am. Give me some peace. And all. God said, take. I have visited you. Good God from Zion. And you're getting ready to walk into the land that flows with milk and honey. Isaiah 40 and 20. He gives strength to the weary and increase power to the weak. Isaiah 41 and 10. But those whose hope in the Lord will renew their strength. You got hope. You got to 41
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
and 13. God said, for I am the Lord your God,
Thank you, God.
Yes.
who takes hold of your right hand
Yes.
and says unto you, do not fear, I will help you.
Thank you, Lord.
Ain't it all right?
Thank you, Lord.
The promises of God.
Thank you, God.
I just come out long enough to encourage you where your help comes from. God said, I didn't say it. God spoke to me
Oh, yeah.
and told me to tell my people,
Jesus.
I am
I
that I am.
Thank you, God.
So if you weary about anything, if you dismay about some things, if you feel like you lost hope in everything, just look where. Just look where.
Oh, yeah.
Just look where.
Lord,
You feel like God has forgotten you. Oh my God. You felt like I lost everything. But sometimes you got to lose everything to gain what God has for you. The thief come but not to steal, to kill, and destroy. But Jesus said you can have life. And you got to have it more abundantly. But I come by just to let you know that we serve the I am that I am God. Give God a hand praise. God.
Thank you, Lord.